See, last session we finished with the object orientation concept. What is a class, object, how to create the class, how to access the object, encapsulation, inheritancy, polymorphism concepts we finished last session.
Ye-
Today onwards,
Yep.
we're going to discuss about built-in classes. Still, we created the classes. We said Java contains n number of built-in classes are there, we said. So in that one, to get that information purpose, we using one documentation name is called as a API document. API. What do you mean by API? Application Program Interface. API stands for Application Program Interface. So Java is an application. We are the programmers. But Java people created a lot of code. Built-in code they created. Now I wanted to know the information. I wanted to know the information of that code. That point of view we using API document. So how to get that API document? You can go through with online mode. You can get it. Oracle website is officially maintaining the document. Otherwise, you can make it offline also. I already make it offline. Otherwise, I will show you how to do the online process also. Java 8 API. Java 8 API document you type. Then it's going to be shows. Then it's going to be shows Java 8 API documentation. See once. Left side you send n number of, left side you see n number of packages. Package. In our application also we are going to creating the package. Package is a collection of classes and interfaces. You know very well. Here is also n number of, see once you, while you working with Java, Java people created these much number of classes and interfaces. So wanted to discuss one by one. So that point of view is starting today with the Java lang package. Java lang package. Under lang package, we seen n number of classes. Last session we used one class name is called as a throwable class. Under throwable class, exceptions are there and errors are there. We see errors are available, exceptions, and we see how to handle the exceptions we discuss. Apart from this throwable class, under Java lang package, n number of classes are there. Try to observe these classes. I wanted to concentrate some of the classes. You know very well about data types. Java data types. So here, wrapper classes concept. Wrapper class. Java support the following types of data types. What are the types of data types? To get byte. Byte is a data type. There is a one class name, byte class. Short is a data type. There is a one class name, short class. Left side all are the lower case, right side all are the uppercase. Int is a data type. In Java, integer class. Integer class. Similarly, long is a data type. Long class. Float is a data type. Float class. Double is a data type. Double class. Similarly, char is a data type. See once. In this API document, you see byte is a class is there. Char is a data type. There is one class name is called as a character class. There is one class name is called as a character class. Similarly, byte, short, int, long, float, double, character, boolean type. Boolean. So here you find one class name. What is the class name? Boolean class. In Java, every primitive data types. These are the primitive or built-in data types. In Java, every primitive data type presented as byte is a data type, class name is byte. Short is a data type, class name is short. Long is a data type, class name is long. So int is a data type, class name is integer class. In Java, every primitive data type presented as a class type. Those classes are said to be wrapper classes. So byte, short, integer, long, these classes are said to be wrapper classes. So what is the need of wrapper classes? How to work with this wrapper classes? Today's session I wanted to discuss. Try to observe wrapper classes. Is used to wrapper class are used to convert primitive data types or predefined data types. Java is a object oriented. Everything is in the presence of class and object. But data types are also there. Data types are also there. So that's why we wanted to convert that data types into object type. Is used to convert predefined data types to object. Primitive data types to its relevant. Its relevant object type. Suppose in example, you're taking some variable int. Int is a data type. Some x is a variable name. Some value is 9. X is a data type, but we wanted to expecting Java is a object oriented. Everything is in the presence of object. That's why what we have to do, convert that into object type. How to convert the technique? Integer. Integer is a class. Int related class. Integer. Obj, some object name. Integer I1 is equals to new integer of previously x is a data type, but now x is going to be converted to which type? Object type. This technique is called as auto boxing technique. This technique is called as a auto boxing technique. Auto boxing, new feature from JDK 1.5 version, which is used to convert primitive data type. X is a integer type of data. Primitive data type into its relevant object type. Data type to object type conversion. Not only integers, sir. I wanted to convert float type. Float, some y is equals to 90.75 f. Floating point data. Floating point data I wanted to convert it to float related object. Float is a one built-in class. Float I2 is equals to any name, object name, class name, object name is equals to new float of. So we wanted to convert. Which one we wanted to convert? Y we wanted to convert. New float of y. Y is a data type. Data type is going to be converted to its relevant object. Data type to object type conversion is called as which technique? Auto boxing technique. Similarly, reverse case you wanted to do. Reverse case you wanted to do. The technique is called as unboxing. Technique is auto boxing. Next, unboxing. Previously, I1 is a object type. I2 is a object type. But I object to data type conversion. Reverse case. That is called as unboxing. Data type to object type conversion is called as a auto box. Object to data type conversion is called as a unboxing. Now I am making the unboxing. Int some a is equals to, where is my object is there? I1 is a object. I1 is a integer type of object. That object is going to be converted to its relevant data. Object to data type conversion is called as unboxing. This is auto boxing, unboxing technique. So based on this one only, collections are going to be worked. Now we wanted to concentrate all wrapper classes. In those wrapper classes, which methods are there, we wanted to concentrate. I wanted to concentrate one case study related to this wrapper classes together, all things. What is the case study? So this one, I wanted to concentrate on character. Character class. Character class contains built-in methods, n number of methods. Till now, we written the methods. Now onwards, how to utilize the methods we wanted to concentrate. See? Character is a built-in class that contains n number of built-in methods. See the methods: char count method, char value method, code point method, code point before method, compare method. So like n number of methods are there. I wanted to demonstrate that one through one small case study. Instead of individually discussing the methods, I wanted to concentrate on one case study. Generally, first page of our application. First page of our application is login page. First page of our application is login page. In that login page, it's asking you to enter username. Enter username. It is asking you to enter the username. You have to enter the username. Similarly, you have to enter the password. Username and password. If both are matching, then it is allowing you to go to access the application. Enter password. Username is required, password is required, as well as login button, sign up button, reset button. So here I wanted to concentrate on one button, forgot password. Forgot password. Forgot password button is there. I wanted to concentrate. If you forgot the password, what is the procedure? You have to reset the password. You forgot the password, what is the procedure? Reset the password. If you wanted to make the reset of password, what is the procedure we are going to follow? It's twice asking to enter the password. After asking the password, so it's required secured password. Secured password purpose, there is some conditions are there. So at least length, password length must be 8 to 15 characters. First condition. If it is matching, so at least one uppercase letter. One uppercase letter. So at least some conditions. One uppercase letter. Similarly, at least one special character. One special character. It's required one special character. So similarly, it's required. No spaces allowed. No spaces allowed. Like several conditions are there. We wanted to concentrate on those things. How to work with that things we wanted to concentrate. How to reset the password. So here that procedure, some conditions are there. How to check given character contains, password contains special characters there are not. So what is the characters count, everything we wanted to do. That logic I am going to apply. Abhijit, can you hold for 5 minutes?
Yeah, sure, Sai.
Okay, hold for 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
See, we wanted to do this process. Password reset process we wanted to do. Password reset process we wanted to do. That point of logic I am going to write. So pre-requirements for this one. So you have to cross check the conditions. You have to, lot of conditions you have to cross check. Started. Core Java applications. Today we are going to discuss about wrapper classes. Class. First, better to create package. New package. Wrapper demo. Everything you can give it. Finish. Under this package, class. Which class I wanted to demonstrate? Password reset. Password reset procedure. Main method I wanted this. Large. Try to observe. Dynamically you have to enter the password. Dynamically you have to enter the password. Import java dot util dot start. Class name. Starting the program execution main method. Scanner sc is equals to new scanner of system dot in. Scanner sc is equals to new scanner of system dot in. After that one, after taking that one, have to dynamically enter the password. Have to dynamically enter the password. This out. Enter password. enter password. So string pass1, 2 times it is asking resetting purpose, 2 times it's going to be asking pass1. What I wanted to do, I wanted to read sc dot next method, sc dot next method. Similarly, it is asking you to 2 times it is asking you to enter the password. Re-enter new password. It's asking first step, enter new password. Similarly, it is asking re-enter new password. New password. Second time you are entering, storing with yes. Fast. How to cross check? First time whatever you enter, second time whatever you enter, I have to cross check. That point of view, applying the condition. If, what is the condition? Pass1 dot equals of. So you wanted to apply case sensitiveness also. You wanted to apply case sensitiveness also. What is recommended? Recommended to use uppercase or lower case also. Equals ignore case method also. Even though lower case or uppercase also you wanted to consider. Pass1 dot equals ignore case of pass2. First time whatever the password you enter, second time whatever the password you enter. If both are matching, what is the procedure? Not matching, what happens? Else is out. Invalid new passwords. Or new passwords are not matching. New passwords are not matching. This is the procedure. So if matching, how to check the condition? How to validate the password? So validation purpose, they taken n number of things. N number of things I taken. How to do that process? How to do that process? First, how to check length of that one. How to check length of that one. To check the length of the string. Observe, there is a one class. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about that one. String class is there. String is a built-in class with Java, and a string class contains n number of methods. So here I wanted to take one of the method is int n is equals to string pass1 dot length method. Pass1 dot length method. So here it's going to be calculating the number of characters in a string. So if I wanted to do this one, first condition I have to cross check. If n must be, first condition, what is the condition 1? Must be length greater than 8, greater than or equals to 8, less than 15, between 8 to 15 characters. N greater than or equals to 8, ampersand, n less than or equals to 15. Length must be between 8 to 15 characters. 8 to 15 characters. If length is matching, we can check with another condition. If length is not matching, what is the procedure? What is the message showing? Invalid password length. Invalid password length and closing. So if length is matching, okay. Now we wanted to concentrate at least one uppercase letter is there, one lowercase letter is there, one space character is there or not. Wanted to do it. So what I wanted to do this purpose, I wanted to take one password. Assume my password is expandability purpose. This is my password. So this is a string. While I am entering, this is a string structural representation. But string, we wanted to cross check the character by character. What we planning to do, convert this string into, while you entering, it's going to be taking the data is look like this one. While you entering, it's going to be taking the data is look like this one. But instead of that one, what I'm expecting, I wanted to convert that into character. I plan to convert that into character array. Through character array, I wanted to perform the function. Through character array, I wanted to perform the functionalities. So what I wanted to do, convert that into array structure. Convert that into array structure and retrieve the data. Array structure conversion purpose we are going to using. Individual we wanted to make the single characters. There I wanted to use one method, to-char array method. Where I wanted to use one method is called as a to-char array method. First I wanted to convert it. Cat some array name ch of array is equals to pass one dot to-char array method. Whatever the password you enter, converted into character array. After converting into character array, we wanted to read one by one character. Wanted to read one by one character. That point of you applying either for loop or while loop, any type of loop you can apply. For int, you know very well, index is going to be starts with 0. Array index is going to be starts with 0, ends with n minus 1. I don't know the n minus 1. So arr ch dot length field is there. Less than ch dot length field is there. Repeatedly performing. So from that character array, it's going to be reading one by one character and going with second character. Here we wanted to apply the condition. Here we wanted to apply the condition. What is the conditions we wanted to apply? What is it? Conditions we wanted to apply. See, try to observe. There is one class. Now I am going to using one class. Here we find the class name character. Here we are using built-in class name is called as a character class. In this character class, several methods are there I wanted to use. One by one character reading. After reading, check whether that is a lower case letter or not. How many lower case letters are there? How many upper case letters are there? How many characters are there? How many white spaces are there? I wanted to concentrate purpose. I am going to using this one. Int initially uppercase letters are 0. Lower case letters are 0. Number of digits are initial values are 0. Number of white spaces are 0. Understand several things. So here I wanted to concentrate uppercase letters. I wanted to check how many number of uppercase letters, number of lower case letters, number of digits, number of white space characters. Everything I wanted to concentrate with the help of this logic. So here character is a one built-in class. I wanted to concentrate whether it is uppercase letter or not. Whether it is uppercase letter or not. So character dot, there is a method, is uppercase method. Is uppercase of ch. Is uppercase of ch. So you are wanted to do one by one character reading. One array name here, any array name you can take. arr. One by one character I wanted to read. One by one character I wanted to read. Char ch is equals to arr of I. 0 at index, which character is there? I am going to read. arr of I. So after reading that one, after reading, checking whether that is a uppercase letter or not. If condition. What is the condition? If that character is uppercase letter up plus plus, taking the first character of string, if it is a uppercase, I am increasing the uppercase number. Sorry, maybe it is lowercase letter, sir. Character dot is lowercase. That's the method. Character dot is lowercase. If it is a lowercase character, lower plus plus. Similarly, I wanted to use whether it is digit or not. One more condition. Character dot is digit. Here you find is alphabetic, is defined, is digit. If it is a digit, what I wanted to do? DG plus plus. DG plus plus. DG plus plus I wanted to do. If it is a uppercase letter, if it is a lowercase letter, checking the number of conditions. What is the conditions I have to check? So here Letters are matching or not, done. Uppercase is there or not. Special characters I wanted to concentrate. Spaces I wanted to concentrate. Character dot digit. Uppercase letters, lowercase letters, digits. Apart from that one, space characters. If one more condition. Character dot, character is a class. There is a method. Character dot we wanted to concentrate is a white space method. There's a method name is called as a is white space method. If it is a white space, if it is a empty one, what we wanted to do? Doubles plus plus. Increasing. If it is matching, increase it. Not matching, unable to increase it. Till now we done all process. Till now we done all process. What we calculated? Checked number of lowercase, number of uppercase, number of digits, number of white space characters. Everything is finished. After finishing, I wanted to concentrate calculation of special characters. Suppose in this one, what we done? This point of calculation done, this is done, this is done, this is done, digits also done. What is remaining? Remaining things are treated as a special characters. That point of view I am writing logic. If block, white space characters. White space characters are going to be checking. So here after completing this one, number of digits completed, white space characters are completed. Now I wanted to calculate special characters. I already declared special characters. Not declared. One more also. SP. Initially 0. Now I wanted to concentrate SP is equals to length we already calculated. Total number of characters minus white space characters minus uppercase characters minus lowercase characters minus digits. If everything is we removed, remaining is treated as a special characters only. Total length minus white spaces I removed, upper cases I removed, lower cases I removed, digits I removed. That's going to be treated as a this one. Now just we done calculation part. After completion of calculation part, try to printing. Not printing is not mandatory for me, just printing. This out. Number of uppercase. Number of uppercase characters is equals to plus I already calculated UP. Uppercase characters UP. Lowercase characters. Uppercase characters UP. Lowercase characters LOW. Already above done. Just printing. Lowercase LOW. Next, number of white spaces, space characters, doubles. Number of space characters, doubles. Similarly, one more also, number of digits. Number of digits, DG. Number of digits, DG. Similarly, one more also, which is the special characters. Special characters, SP. Whatever I declare, just printing. Whatever I declare, just printing. Try to check it once. Up to this part, you wanted to concentrate. Enter the password. So you are entering the password, understand? @2050 some password. I enter, re-enter. Suppose first time I enter some password, second time I enter different password. So it's rejecting. New passwords are not matching. Next, I wanted to concentrate correct password entry. Correct password entry. Right? New passwords are matched. After new passwords are matched, so what is the procedure is going to be happening? So you have to cross checking the thing is not happening. Why it is a reason? New passwords are matched. Ignore case. Okay. What is the mistake? New passwords are not matched. Here I done the wrong mistake. Wrong entry I done, due to that reason not matched is showing. Correct one I am entering. 2050. Password enter. Now you observe number of uppercase letters. One uppercase. Number of lowercase letters. How many lowercase letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 lowercase letters. Number of space characters 0. Number of digits are 4. Number of white space special characters are 1. Getting all the elements. You're entering the string. From that string retrieving the information. After retrieving the information, you have to cross check. You have to cross check the conditions are matching or not. What is the condition? So at least one uppercase, one lowercase. You got everything. After getting this one, till you this printing is not mandatory for me. So just understandability purpose why I'm going to printing. After that one, you wanted to cross check the condition. Getting the all information. After getting the all information, one by one character reading is finished. After that one, I have to cross check the condition. If condition, what is the condition? At least white space not equals to 0. Not equals to 0. So white space not equals to 0. So means so less than or equals less than 0. Consider as a white spaces are not allowed.
Yeah, white space is equal to 0, I guess. Sai.
White space is equals to 0. Double
Equals to
equals to
0,
0.
yeah.
So if it is 0, so that is everything is fine. So if it is not 0, password rejecting. Else reason we have to give. Reason. What is the reason? Sys out. Rejected due to white space. Due to space character available. If you enter the space character, due to this reason, rejection is done. After space is matching, one more condition. Inside the if, we can present one more if. What is the if condition? White space is matching. White space point of view checking. Uppercase, at least one uppercase. UP greater than or equals to 1. Greater than or equals to 1. So if it is not considered, if it is not there, uppercase letter is not there, showing this message. What is the message? Else rejected due to uppercase character. Uppercase character not available. Rejecting the password resetting, showing the clear information. Similarly, we wanted to concentrate one more type of logic also we wanted to give. What is that one? Lower case also. Int LOW greater than or equals to 1. Rejected due to lowercase character not available. Similarly, what is another conditions I given? Length point of view done. Uppercase, space character, special character. One more thing I wanted to give, special character. SP greater than or equals to 1. If everything is fine, this out, just one message. Password reset done. Password reset done. One message, or you wanted to change the logic, you can apply. Rejected due to special character not available. Due to special character is not available. Try to see this logic. So here conditions we apply. First we done, we taken the string, converted that string into character array. Through character array, retrieve one by one character. Retrieve one by one characters, and through one by one characters, getting the data. Try to concentrate and execute. Asking me to enter the password. Password ready@2020. Entering the valid one only. 2020. See, uppercase, number of uppercase letters are 1, lowercase letters are 4. So space characters are not there. Number of digits are 4. Special characters are there. Digits are there. Uppercase letters, lowercase letters. So similarly, whatever the conditions you wanted, you can apply. Suppose I am not giving the special characters. Not giving the special character. I am not giving the uppercase letter. I'm not giving the uppercase letter. What it is going to be shows to you. Rejected due to uppercase character is not there. So checking the conditions. So what is the thing we have to do? So convert that into character array. From character array, retrieving the information. Is lowercase method, is uppercase method, is character method, is digit method. Not only this one, just you observe. Character is a one built-in class. So no need to remember all methods. Character dot. When you take in the character dot, it shows all information related to. It shows all methods information related to. Character dot you press. It shows fields. What are the fields are there? You observe. Character is a one built-in class. Under built-in class, n number of classes are there. N number of fields are there. As well as you find methods are there. Not only one or two methods. Char count method, char value method, code point method, code point yet method. See, this much of number of. Here I used is digit method I use. Is digit method I use. Is uppercase method. Is letter, check whether that is letter or not. Either lowercase or uppercase, any type of letter you wanted to check. Is letter method. Is letter or digit method. Is lowercase method. Is space method. Is white space. Here observe space method, deprecated methods. Old versions of Java that is going to be used, but new versions due to some technical issues that is going to be removed from the new versions. Instead of using the is space method, recommended to use is white space method. Is white space method. Somewhere you find white space method. So similarly, is uppercase, is digit, n number of built-in methods are there. So how to remember that methods are? No need to remember. So when you're taking the character class, character is a static type of class. With the help of, you find this one. But when you selected any of them, what are the references are there? Any of the reference you selected. Suppose here you are using one method name is alphabetic method. Determines, it's showing description about that one also. It's going to be showing the description also. Determines if specified character is an alphabet. So whether check that is alphabetic character or not, that point of the condition. Since 1.7 version, which version that is going to be added? So is digit method, is digit method, check whether digit or not. Like n number of built-in methods are there, we can use those methods directly. Just I shown you some of the examples related to character class methods. Similarly, apart from character class, you find integer class. Sir, how to know the integer class methods? Just you type integer dot shows byte method, your bit count method, binary value comparison, compare to assign. Here you find n number of things. Here we mostly uses this method, parse int method. Parse int method, which is used to convert string to integer. Which is used to convert string to integer. Suppose you're taking one string, while you entering some text fields or somewhere you taking, obviously it's going to be taking the data as a string only. String S1 is equals to 12. So while you entering the text fields, the text boxes you are entering in the front end, obviously it's going to be taking the data as a string only. But what we wanted to do, string to integer conversion, expecting the result as an integer. While you entering the data is taken as a string, expecting the result as an integer. How to convert string into integer? You wanted to convert that into integer. Int n, the number you wanted to store, is equals to integer dot. Integer dot parse int of S1. Converting string to its relevant integer type. Converting string to its relevant integer type. Integer dot parse int method. Not only that method, n number of things. So here you find n number of methods are available related to integer class. N number of methods are available related to bit count method. In that one, how many number of binary format you wanted, how many number of 1 bits are there. So similarly, comparison you wanted to do. N number of built-in method, every class, not only this class, you find, here you find every class, byte class having the methods, short class having the methods, integer class having the methods, long class, float class, double class, every class having its relevant methods are there. Based on your requirement, you can use it. So this is a way we are going to working with